Good morning. All right, so we're back at it today. We're back at it with kind of what's coming towards our, what Pisces, what you don't know, right? What could be happening in the second half of November 2019 that is either coming towards you or something you just don't know, or actually something that you're probably in the midst of going through right now. What I found recently is that a lot of the feedback I've been getting on my personal readings as well as readings like this is that a lot of times it's not coming towards you. It's like it was very specific to something that was actually happening. I will tell you a short story really quickly, but I only want to do these videos in a certain amount of time. But I will say that you know the I love it. I love it. I love what I do, and I appreciate those who kind of continue to support me and acknowledge what I'm doing. Basically, doesn't get better than that. So let's hop into it. And so yeah, we're gonna go with Pisces today. And for our Pisces, maybe something that you don't know, or something that is actually going on right now. So let's go with my good deck. We're gonna go with this one again because I've been loving this deck, and it's the Ethereal Visions deck. I do want to say that all of these cards have been pre-shuffled prior to me recording, and I've prayed over, I've thanked, and I've given gratitude to my spirit guides, my ancestors, and my angels that surround and cover me every day. I just want to thank them again for allowing me to bring forward a message that you guys need to hear. So, again, this is for our Pisces, second half of November 2019. Now, honestly, these things, sometimes these messages come, right? And it may have something to do with now. It could be something that you're going to be walking into. But the biggest message I wanted to say to you or bring forward is that sometimes these messages don't resonate for you at all. Don't try to force a peg into a square. If it's not yours, let it go. Just it doesn't work for you. It's not aligning with anything that's going on with you. I'm not even going to say, oh, check your rising and your, ascension, all that. No, I'm not going to say that because honestly, these are messages, and sometimes they're very specific to a group of people. A small group, a large group, it doesn't matter. But if it resonates for you, it's definitely for you. And look, okay, so we're going to go with what we have because huge lover of jumper cards myself. All right, so I'm going to put these together and start from there. How was your week? Guys, how was your week? My week was very interesting this week. I will say it's been very busy. And I know it's because of the way that the holidays are like rounding out, and I'm not sure if everyone else realizes, but last year this time we had a whole extra week before Thanksgiving, or was it a week before Christmas? Whatever it was, I feel everything is rushed. Like I feel like everything is like rushing towards me. If that makes any sense, I don't know. I definitely feel like things are like moving quickly. Okay, and on the bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Wands. Okay, so let me get a good gather of what's happening here, and let's get into it. Okay, Pisces, listen. This is an interesting read. It's interesting to me because it looks like a lot of this is in your favor, if that makes any sense. But I think you're becoming overwhelmed with what you've put out there. it's funny to me because recently Spirit has just been turning around and giving you things. Like literally all of the time that you've been spending working on yourself, working on the things that you want for yourself. It could be, I don't know, a new business. It could be something as simple as a new love life, a new beginning in love, a new beginning in business, a new beginning, period, just in the way you see things, almost like a new beginning in your perspective, if that makes any sense, right? So you've been asking for messages that kind of align with what you've been feeling. And Spirit has said yes, big fat yes. Here you go. Here you go. Here you go. Here you go. And you're noticing that you're getting these answers. And they're yes, right? But it's overwhelming you now, right? Because now you're getting all these things. You're getting the new beginning in, let's say, a business. You're getting that spark of energy again. You're getting that creativity back. Like all of these things are happening in reference to what you've been asking for. In your most recent past, Pisces, you have the Magician. This says to me, period, like everything that I'm saying is like, this is all happening based on you and what you've been creating for yourself. So don't trick yourself into thinking that it's too much. It's not too much. These are the things that you asked for. You thought about this, right? You thought about it with the Hierophant. You thought about it. These are things that, you've been going through. You've been questioning. You've been asking the good questions, and you're getting good insight as to what is happening, right? You're getting the knowledge. You're getting all of those aha moments. They're happening to you. And ultimately, now you find yourself in a place of like rest. Like having all of these options, all of these different things like being thrown at you, if that makes any sense. I think when you were asking for them, you were in a place of not deficit, but you were in a place of not receiving. It wasn't that you were not getting the things that you were asking for. You didn't have those new beginnings, but you didn't notice it. You didn't receive it. It was like there, and you're like, oh yeah, that's there, but maybe that's not for me. But now, after all these prayers, after working on yourself in this time, October, November was all about full transformation for pretty much a collective of people, going through different things at different times, but everyone always like was coming back to me is like, it was a balance of the light and dark sides of you. It was almost that the thing that kind of, that higher self speaking to the things that need to be worked on within you. And it seems like a lot of us were going through that at the same time and not even recognizing or realizing it. But that's what Scorpio, or the season of Scorpio, does. It kind of puts on those detective glasses in a way. It kind of shines a light on the things that maybe you didn't know, and now you can look into. But I think in that time, you were asking for more. You were asking for more. And I'm going to say maybe you were asking for more because you were seeing more happening with others and not recognizing it in yourself. You were not receiving. You were not receiving. You were seeing your girlfriend or your boyfriends or your good guy friends at work or whatever, and everyone was coming into abundance in some way or prosperity in some way. And you were just asking, well, what about me? Well, what about me? Well, why don't I have? What's going on with me? Or why are things not lining up for me? Or you were asking those questions, and Spirit heard you very loudly. But what I'm here to tell you today is it was never gone. It was never a deficit of it. It was never not there. Can you say that? That's a double negative. But it was always there. It was always there. It was only up to you to be able to see it, to acknowledge it, to receive it. And now look, it overwhelmed you. You are right now in the Four of Swords energy. And that just tells me it's like you kind of just want to lay down and just think about everything, right? Because you're having this moment of all of these different things coming towards you. Now you need to decide what's good for you, what aligns with the person that you're becoming, the person that you're opening up to. You're now having to sit and decide if even the things that you were asking for, begging for, praying for, even line up with who you are today. But with that Magician energy, Spirit was there. he was handing you an Ace of Wands, a new beginning in like creativity, a new beginning period, and you took it. You absolutely took it. You took it and you ran off with it, because I see you showing up here as the Knight of Wands. Oh. Well, very recently too, you've met someone. You've met someone, and this person also came with that creative, let me say, not creative energy. They came with the new beginnings you were asking for. They came with the ability to see those things in another person, but specifically attached to you. But what Spirit is telling me is that this person, whether it be male or female, this energy of this person is of a queen, and you are still in the Knight energy. So that means that, you know, you got a little bit of growing up to do, just a little bit of catching up to do. But this person is giving you almost like, you know, helping you with stability, you know, helping you see your vision through. Maybe when you were having these feelings before, you were asking for all these things, you know, this person that's coming towards you, or I think you actually, either you've met this person, male or female, recently, your very recent past, like very recently, or they're coming towards you because you're meeting them after having thought about the things that you were asking for and seeing all those things pop up in your life. You're meeting them in that time, right? So after that, you know, this person is able to say or show you a way to like bring it all together. He or she is full of wisdom, you know. They are passionate. They are grounded in a way. I'm going to say in a way because the energy that's here is very passionate, is very fiery, right? So this person may pick up a spark in you, if that makes any sense. Possibly very sexual in nature. But with them, you are able to manifest more than one dream. More than one dream with this person. So if your dream was to creatively, you know, be able to link with someone or partner with someone in a way, whether it be for you in not marriage, but in just in a relationship, you know, this could be someone from work. It could be, but I don't think so. It could be someone from work, absolutely, but I don't think so. And you know, well, here's the other thing, right? Maybe it looks like you're making a decision. With the help of Spirit, you're making a decision either to walk, you're finalizing those decisions, if that makes any sense. You're finalizing, everything is kind of coming to a full circle. You know how you want to move forward. And this is Spirit giving you a hand in that as well. Like, you know, here, you ask for a mate. Here is an opportunity to partner with someone that has the same energy or the same creative spark, or that something that's very familiar to you, you know. Here's a chance to partner, you know. You ask for a new beginning in work or your creativity, where here's a new beginning in that, you know. So now you're able to like sit back and kind of decide what's actually for you. But I see you making a decision very quickly. And I'm going to say the first half of December is going to look very different to you. The first half of December is going to be where your feet hit the floor and you take off running with whatever this is. It could be the beginning of that new relationship, because that's what I'm seeing, that passionate there, that, you know, there's something there, and this person is coming with a lot. So just be prepared, okay? Because this energy is a little different from the energy of a Pisces, let's just say. I think Pisces are very intuitive in a way that, you know, they make decisions based on their hearts, you know, but you also make decisions based on your heart. So that also means that if this person is showing up a little bit too forward, or a little bit too, you know, it can give you the feels and make you a little bit scared, you know, but don't be scared. Just wait. But I see you making a decision towards that person in the beginnings of December. Okay. All right, Pisces, that's all I have for you. And I hope that all that you were hoping and wishing and praying for, all of those things coming towards you, I know that had to like rattle you in a way that made you a little bit scared. But you're going to get a message pretty soon. The message is going to come towards you pretty soon. And I see you are making a decision. I see that you're going to be out of this feeling of, you know, being overwhelmed pretty soon with all these new things happening, you know. I see you making a decision. And don't worry about this person as much as you, if that makes any sense. This person is here to help round out a certain part of you. Maybe the part of you that you were working on, your light and shadow side, you know, maybe you were feeling a way that whatever it is, this person is specifically to help you mold that part of you. But I do see you taking the cup. I do see you, you know, with a whole new passionate, you know, running towards something and making a decision in that thing. So let's get a message from your spirit guide and see how, you know, spirit wants you to move forward with it. Let's get a card from the Sacred Rebels Oracle deck and see what is being said. Now, I hope this makes, you know, a lot of times I run these videos back, and while I'm channeling, it's like, oh, I hope this makes sense, because I feel like a lot of times, not that I don't know what I'm saying, but, you know, I'm rattling things off because I can see things, if that makes any sense. But sometimes those, what I'm seeing, it doesn't come with words. It's a feeling, or it's impressed upon me in a way that I didn't have to put it into words. And I hope this basically has made sense to you. Is what I'm saying. I hope that it has made sense to you. So let's see what spirit wants you to know. This weather has changed a lot. So I live on the East Coast, and you know, we went from having 80-degree weather in late October, I don't know why, to now it's like, it's different. It's different. All right, 41, bring it into form. Bring it into form. This card is depicted with, it looks like, oh, it's beautiful actually. If you've never seen these cards, or if you haven't come into contact with them, I would recommend them. The Sacred Rebels Oracle deck by Alana Fairchild. It's depicted of, I want to say, it looks like a person kind of walking on a beach, and you can see the footprints that they're leaving behind them as they're moving forward, right? It's beautiful. It's beautiful. So let's see what the cards say. Let's see what that card is offering as a way to move forward for you. Bring it into form, because, you know, yeah, you've been kind of relaxed there, kind of waiting to see how things roll out. I know you've been asking for a lot of things, but now is the time, right? All right. Dreaming of all these things, the magician in your life, the magician of your life, you being the person to make these things happen, right? Okay. I hate reading these cards. Not hate reading them, but it's like some of this information is a lot, and I swear, you know, what I want to do is probably take pictures of them and put them in the comments somewhere so you can like get it for yourself. But I'll read what I can give you, basically, without this becoming like, you know. All right, beautiful dreamer. You can imagine wonderful worlds of light. You can dream up so many possibilities. Now it is time to bring those possibilities of light into the world. They need to be more than ideas. They need to live to manifest. The world needs not only your dreams, beautiful as they are, but also your creations. Get thee to thy desk. get thee to God. So basically, get to action, get to work, get to the desk. Come out of that like rest mode you're going through, this mode, this feeling of having to contemplate all these things you asked for, and maybe it was too much. No, it's not too much. You can do it. You are being asked to honor yourself with a commitment to complete your inspired task. This will help you to grow. That is a wonderful reason to commit. This will help you to grow. Did I read that already? But there's another reason too. You know that your inspired ideas are worth translating into practical forms so that other people can access them and experience something special too. In the beginning of this reading, I remember saying to you that you are the magician and you were asking for something. You were asking for a creative spark or something like that. If you have been thinking about writing a book, painting a picture, or acting on an inspiration or idea, then this oracle is bringing you an unequivocal yes. Do it now. Don't delay or dither about the details or worry about how it's all going to work out. The universe loves a bold spirit. This is the person I was saying. So that person, that spirit, that energy is not like yours, and maybe you have it now. Maybe you're picking it up. Very interesting. Once you take a step, it will rush towards you like an enthusiastic or chivalrous lover, opening doors, hand gently guiding at your lower back as you are moved forward. You will promptly be provided with all that is needed to take the next step. I'm not going to continue reading this. Just know that that card specifically aligns with this reading. That's definitely your card. And thank you, Spirit, for bringing that forward. Thank you. Because someone needs to hear that everything that you've been asking for, you have it. Now move forward. You know, you're meeting someone very soon who's going to help bring those ideas to life, that creativity, that spark, that something. Or this could be a lover, you know, we'll see. But first half of December, I see that you're making that decision. You're moving towards whatever that is, whether it be a person or an actual thing. You're doing it. So congratulations. And I hope this resonates with you. If it does, please put it in the comments. I love to read about how, you know, it did or it didn't even. You know, if it didn't, sorry, click off. But if it did, absolutely leave it in the comments. And thank you for coming back. And for those who this is your first time here, welcome. All right, guys, see you in the next one.